I think entrepreneurs are a different realm. They just are, something's inside them to continuously seek out more.
I always thought he was going to be a politician because he's got the gift of gab. He can talk anybody into anything.
I knew him primarily as the fellow that married my niece. And what I learned about him over a period of time is that he wanted something more. He wanted something much more. And when I came into this business, I found out a little bit more what he was really made of.
Growing up in Detroit, everyone seeks out working for the big three. It's the Motor City. So yeah, I got hired in at Ford. That's where I met Johnny.
We ended up working right next to each other for a very long period of time. So during that long period of time, I started hearing about network marketing and direct sales and the different goals he had. It was pretty evident with Jack early on that he wasn't going to be there for a long time.
I simultaneously got introduced to the network marketing industry as a distributor. I quickly figured that I think I could do this business model, attract the right people, and create something better than what I was being exposed to.
I sensed a drive within him, and that got fine-tuned and molded over a period of time to where that vision became much more clear. He was going to be successful. There was no question about it.
He started to explore, kind of, doing his own thing, and, so, the vision of TLC began.
I mean, this is where it all started. This was home. When we started downstairs, I always said to myself, every great company started in the garage or the basement of a house. The passion in me was the home-based business part, where we were literally home. And I noticed a lot of companies would go out and get angel investing and get these big offices. And I just always thought, let's make a story, let's live a story, let's be the story.
Well, Jack would come up and say, we need you to build us an office in the basement. So I built this room and then built Jack's office in there, and it was just something to see.
And upstairs there was a family, right? So kids and after school sports and homework. And in this small little room, there was 4 to 6 people working at any time.
And surprisingly, the neighbors were very okay with it. I mean, because in front, at any given time, we could have had 10 cars parked on the street. I mean, people might have thought we were selling drugs at one time. I mean, we had people coming and going all the time. It was a wild time.
Their house wasn't a house no more. It was, business going on down here.
When that window would leak sometimes when it rained sideways, and the computers would get wet and we'd have to move everything. The sump pump would back up sometimes and flood the basement, and we'd be forced to work upstairs or in the garage. So pretty crazy when you look back.
I quickly learned that there was a lot of moving parts to a network marketing company. You're dealing with merchants, you're dealing with software, you're dealing with products. It wasn't an easy feat.
Well, I don't want to put it as organized chaos, because there really wasn't any chaos, but everybody wore a number of different hats.
We used to work literally 10 to 12 hours a day, every day.
We used to have to carry all the product down, especially the NutriBurst. We'd sit here on the card table making tea. That was our only 2 things we had. And then Uncle Jim would make postage, and I'd bake tea, and then I'd come over here and package up the product. And Loretta sat right here, taking all the orders, paying all the bills.
The orders kept going up, and I keep thinking, well, maybe he's onto something,
Well, it was really, really hard when we started getting all the Spanish-speaking people. We would have to talk to a little kid or the next-door neighbor or something just to get the phone number to see what they wanted, and then we found Rosa.
Everything was in Spanish. Everything, every call. I used to have sticky notes around my computer to kind of, know which call was next.
The first country that we had was Colombia. They were really big with the tea because they like to refit. And then the second country that was there was Mexico. And then They started to get El Salvador, Guatemala, and then it just exported in the U.S.
Things started to really pick up steam, and phones started ringing like crazy, and started to really expand really quickly.
And then it got to be where we got more and more people.
We just couldn't work here anymore. Okay.
I think we got out of here about 2012. We had a warehouse. We got a warehouse with an office situation, but I do know, you know, like for example, Loretta wanted to stay here, you know, for a time being, and maybe we, you know, for 6 months shuttled in and out of here and into the warehouse.
One reason the company grew so quickly and continues to grow, there's just one person, that's Jack Fallon. Because of his effort and his work, we developed a network that started to go somewhat nationwide, from California to New York, New Jersey.
2 or 3 years were kind of like a blur for us because we were busy and we're adding people, and you know, you're just, you know, working the phones trying to make everything happen, and then you're training people and they're kind of doing things, you know, behind the scenes, and kind of lose track of the whole thing. And you look up one day and you're like, wow, you know, we're not so small anymore.
We had 2 warehouses going at one time, with offices. So then finally we found the building we're in now, where we have everything's under one roof.
You know, we went from 2 employees to well over 100 now at our corporate facility. Probably have almost another 100 employees throughout the world. You know, tens of thousands of distributors, more than 30 products. It's just amazing.
What we're trying to do now is to plan 2 to 5 years out, so we know exactly where we're headed, that we won't hit any speed bumps, and that we will continue to improve year after year after year.
Even to this day, I don't think that we feel like we've accomplished anything yet. You know, I think that we still have that burning desire to do more.
You know, TLC, it's our responsibility to change as many lives as we can around the world, and we don't take it lightly. And you know, it starts at every pillar of our foundation, and we're just blessed to have a great team that share the same vision.
I am very proud. I am very proud of this company. I'm very proud of myself. I would have never thought I could, you know, be here. This is literally my family.
It brings me a lot of joy to see my son so successful. I get teary-eyed thinking about it. I can't believe he did it, but he did.
Those dreams he had when he was a kid, I guess they did come true. I guess that's what it's all about, is making your dreams come true.